What is up, you guys? Big for another video. In today's video, we are talking about a topic I didn't really know how to approach. You know what I mean? This video was recommended by my boy Imari. Imari. I'm trying to remember, you know, so I could pull it up, but it's like Imari. Shout out to you though. You said, is it okay to have friends or not have friends or something like that? And we're gonna break it all down. First things first, this is not a Pacers shirt or jersey. This is a Caitlin Clark. Now let me stand up for y'all boys. Caitlin Clark is the GOAT. WNBA, she the best. Leave a comment if you agree or disagree. Hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. Let's go. Now, to answer the question just off rip, yes and no. You know what I mean? I feel like it's okay to not fiend to have friends. It's not a bad thing, but it is. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm split in the middle with this. I thought long and hard about this ever since you left the comment. I hearted it, and then I think I told you, it's not a bad thing because you don't need friends. You do not need friends at all. You do not need them. But I'll be hypocritical to tell you it's okay to not have friends, because I have friends. I have real friends, a friend group, and I know all of us is solid. So it'll be hypocritical for me to say, man, you don't need no friends. Not to say that I need my friends, but the bond that you make with friends is different. It's like, damn, y'all got all the inside jokes. Y'all joke with each other. Y'all play the game with each other. Y'all talk about deep shit. Y'all get a lot of shit off y'all mental. Y'all play basketball. Y'all go to 5v5s. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do a bunch of things together. You build like a brotherhood, or if it's with a girl. Either way, I feel like it is a good thing to have friends. But it's not a bad thing to not have friends. Y'all feel what I'm saying? I encourage people to make friends. See different perspectives through other people's, you know, especially if you don't really have that much family. I personally say family over everybody, you know. But if you have friends, they become your family. They become a different form of family. You could be yourself. You could cuss how you want. You don't want to be cussing on your family, which I know people do cuss on your family. Y'all wild. Y'all some wild pigs, because not literal pigs, but y'all some wild animals. I don't cuss on my people. They might hear me now, but I feel like it's good to have that bond. I feel like it's good to socialize, get out with a person that understands what you could go through if you be vulnerable or express that with them. I always think it's good, but y'all need, but here's the thing though. A lot of people say you don't need friends, they don't have friends. Now, I'm not saying you need friends though at the same time though. I feel like it's a good bond to have, because certain things you probably don't want to tell your family. I mean, that's normal. Sometimes you just want to kick it with your bros, kick it with your girls, kick it with your whoever you kick it with. Have that person to just be there. I feel like that's not a bad thing, but I also feel like it's a good thing. I don't know. Like I said, y'all, I'm split down the middle. I'm attacking this question from all angles. I'm gonna be honest. I'm sitting here thinking about it right now. I don't think it's okay. I think people need friends. It brings you. It gives a different okay. So me personally, growing up, I've always had friends. That was one thing that I never did not have. I've always had friends. I've had people to kick it with. I had people to be like, hey bro, what's up, bro? We outside, we running around today. I've always had friends. I never was a loner. So you say, never was a loner type of person ever in my life. So then I'm not saying this is actually an area where I thrived in. Actually, I've always had friends. I've always had people to be just around me, just kicking it. Oh, nigga, you cool as hell. I've always had friends. That was never an issue growing up. I'm very social. I'm very normal. I understand social cues because I've been around people my entire life. A lot of people I know, it's new to be around people, especially in this new generation. Y'all not used to having face-to-face interactions, altercations. When people start raising their voice, y'all don't know how to act, bro. It's social cues. I know nothing's gonna happen. I know when people get the yelling and screaming, I know if something's gonna happen or not. Are you gonna really swing, or are you just gonna keep screaming? You know what I'm saying? Like that. But oh my god, bro, let them handle it. A lot of people they're not used to the human interaction, and I feel like I never had that issue making friends. I've always had issues making girlfriends. I've always had that issue, but I've never had an issue making friends. That was never ask anybody. Now I ain't gonna say no. Now what I will say was I was but those, okay, so those was my friends, but they were my friends for the time being, and there are such things as temporary friends. School, for example. To be honest, if you're not hanging out with them people outside of school, I ain't gonna lie, those ain't your friends, bro. If y'all not kicking it on the game or Discord or whatever the fuck y'all do, y'all ain't outside. 9 times out of 10, those ain't your boys or girls. Those, I ain't gonna lie. Then if y'all always, and if your friends be doing some weird shit, like I'm talking about weird shit, like trying to compete with you, trying to like tear you down, like y'all need to, and that's another thing, like certain people y'all gotta be careful who y'all let around. I've always preached this. I've always preached, be careful who y'all hang around, because even people, bro. Okay, so have you ever heard of the term? What's that called? Oh, I don't even know the fuck. Yeah, I don't even know. It's like the bird doesn't flock too far from the nest or some shit. What's that shit called? Basically saying like you are who you really hang around. Like, let's be honest. Like it's not always true, but most of the time, their bad habits or their bad doing is gonna rub off on you. Like, you are who you hang around at the end of the day. It's not an intentional thing, it's a subconscious thing. Now, I'm a guy that if you hang around, you're gonna be a better human being. I'm just being asked any of my homies. I'm not even trying to gas myself. And I'm not saying that I'm making their life better, but just being around me, having this good vibe around me on some real shit, it's gonna make your life better. Ask anybody who I've ever hanged around, bro. I'm not joking. I'm talking about my real friends. A lot of people, like, we had temporary friends. Like, there's somebody that I know from school that I was really cool with. If I seen you out on the street, yo, what's up, bro? Dap up. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't reach out to them. And it's not that I'm trying to be too cool to not hit them up. It's just like, I don't find it necessary. But if we cross paths, most definitely I'm gonna show the love. Or if I have a thought and I think of you, then yeah, I'm gonna show you your love if you deserve the love. Because, you know, on the back end, though, some bitch ass niggas out here. So, gotta be careful with that. And then, like, just kind of off topic from the video with friends. I mean, it's still the same topic, but like, I also don't really think, this is my perspective. I know a lot of people get mad at people's opinions and shit and perspectives, but I don't know if men and women can be friends. Now this is controversial, but I kind of don't. I believe it to a certain extent. I do believe I know for a fact you can go around a girl and not think, oh, I need to date her. I need to, that lust shit that control y'all brain so much. And y'all can have good vibes, but in my experiences, every time I've done that, I've ended up liking that girl in some way. And you know what that does? It brings the friendship relationship into a weird stance, because it's almost like I'm hanging out with this girl, but I low-key have feelings for her, but let me pretend like I don't have feelings for her and let's just be friends. The whole time I low-key like this girl, and vice versa. Girls be doing it too. Sometimes dudes don't even be looking at the girl like that, but they low-key be liking them too. So it's kind of hard to tell. All in all, they probably could be friends, and maybe I'm just terrible at it, but it's always either me liking them or vice versa. I don't know. You really can't ever tell. But I do encourage, go out there, meet new people, see what people are about, get comfortable with talking to people in public, because like I said, I've met a lot of people in my day. People just so scary. I don't understand. Like, I don't know what's so frightening around being around people. Like, told you, y'all either watch too much movies or TikTok. It's either both. I blame, man, y'all, the scenarios y'all think of when you in public, it just blows my mind. Y'all watching the news too much, Fox TV news. Like, I don't know what y'all think humans are gonna do to you. Like, if they're gonna just jump on you and just start teabagging you and beating the fuck out of you. Like, that's not gonna happen. Just catch a vibe, chill. If you don't fuck with them, you don't fuck with them. If they don't fuck with you, they don't fuck with you. Ain't as simple. You're not gonna get strangled. You can't walk. You gonna get tricked. It's like y'all the way y'all brain take y'all into scenarios that aren't gonna happen. Like, I don't see what's the problem with having friends. I never do. I know my friends. I've known my boys, my boy Marlo, my boy John, my boy Trez. Actually, I met him my day one, you know, my first like real friend. And then I got my boy Josh. Like, we don't really, Josh, he get annoying sometimes, but that's still the boy. I still fuck with him. He just graduated. Shout out to Josh. And, you know, he graduated and shit. My boy Expert, we've gotten into it a lot, but you know, you know what's so crazy about this man Expert? Y'all, he's an internet friend. I've never met this dude a day in my life, but that's my boy. I ain't gonna lie, that's my boy. And I've never met him in real life. And you know what's so even more crazy about that, y'all? He's my only online friend. And he's the only one I ever consider a friend online. Ain't that crazy how the universe works? Like, that's really my bro. Like, but I met him through, y'all wanna know the story how I met this nigga? So Expert, you know, okay, so I have an album dropping and he's a producer and he just made me a fire ass beat. I'm finna see if I can, you know, make a song on it, but if I can't, like, that just shows you that we really like boys. Like, we've known each other, bro. We've known each other for, I've known him for a long ass time. So we met playing 2K18 and it's crazy because I didn't even meet him. My homie Trez, this is crazy, y'all. Bro, if I did a story telling how I met all my friends, it would be the weirdest, randomest shit. And we've all been friends for about 5 to 7 years. Oh, damn. I grew up with Trez. We've known each other for damn near 15 years. On some just easy slides, just cool shit. But yeah, back to Expert. So him and Trez, they were playing 2K18. I wasn't on the game. I don't know where I was at. Hair's falling down. And they were playing 2K18. And they randomly queued in a fucking park game. It was playing random court. If y'all don't play 2K, y'all don't know what that means. But people who play 2K, y'all know what I'm talking about. They met up on the randoms court in 2K18 or something. And then they became friends. And then he brung them around me. And we all three were friends over the game. It was, and that's the first time it's ever happened. And that's the only time it's ever happened. That's why I don't believe in coincidence. I think shit is already planned. I be thinking coincidences, bro. I just feel like it's already like, I don't be knowing, bro, because something just be too coincidental. You know what I mean? Like, what are the odds of that happening? That's God. I ain't gonna lie. And then, like, I'm gonna just give y'all a brief rundown how I met my friend group. So it's like 5 of us. And like, I met Marlo in school. We had science class. I was a freshman. And I was just getting out of an older friend group because I ain't want to kick it with them niggas no more. Shout out to y'all, but I ain't want to kick it with them no more. And I knew I was gonna have to make some new friends. It didn't bother me because I still had Trez, but I wanted school friends. I went scouting, literally. Like, I promise you, like, this gonna sound weird, but I literally, like, I don't know. I just be doing stuff, y'all. Like, I just can't explain it. Like, it's like something in my instinct, like in my blood. Like, this gonna sound weird, but like, I just be doing stuff. Like, how I met Marlo, it was weird. Like, we had now listen to the story and tell me I don't just be doing shit. I'm gonna try to wrap all this shit up. But basically, we was in science class and I was in the back of the class and this nigga was in the front of the class. And I've seen this nigga all the time. I've just seen him. He just be in the class chilling and shit. He really didn't talk that much. And I was kicking it with these other dudes and shit. And there was this one time where it was a seat open in the front of the class, and something just told me to go sit there. I tell you, I don't know if I have like voices in my head or something, or like impulse, but basically I told it to you. I rose my hand. I said, I can't see the board from that far. That's why I got my glasses on. Proud of us. And he, I don't even remember the teacher. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if it was. We had a 2-term class and we had a boy and a girl teacher, so it didn't matter. But I ended up sitting right next to him in the front of the class. And we sitting there, and I'll never forget, I just randomly pulled up a video on my phone and just showed the nigga. And I just showed him. And the video was, it was a Corey Kenshin video he had did. It wasn't Corey Kenshin's video, but it was he was on a Trying to Laugh. Real niggas know this. He was on a Trying to Laugh, and it was these monkeys dancing to a commercial song. It was like, right college for free, and connected for free, education connection, something like that. And I just showed him that. We like talked for a second, and I just showed him it. We was crying. He snotted. That was the first time I ever met this nigga. He snotted on himself because I showed him the monkey video. And after that, we just became cool as hell. See what I mean, y'all? And how I met John, we was in this class. We was in the actual class again. And we was all at a table. And I always seen this nigga. He was super quiet. He didn't really talk to nobody. And like, basically how I started it, he had a Street Fighter t-shirt on. Pretty sure he had a Street Fighter t-shirt. I ain't never seen no shit like this. I was just oh, you actually play Street Fighter? He said, yeah, I'll be playing fighting games. Woo, woo, woo. Add me on PlayStation. Bet. That's friends. I don't know. And we just became friends. I don't know how me and Trez met. Dude. So my sister is friends with his auntie. And they're like around the same age. And they used to kick it with each other. And I came over there one time. We kicked it. We was friends ever since. So it's just weird how like the world and the universe really be setting things up, because think about the butterfly effect. What if I never listened to those instincts? I would never be friends with them. And I've made so many memories with them niggas. So it's like, damn, them type of moments is like, you can't just make up. The times with your family, your cousins, you can't just make that up. It just happens. That's why I don't believe in that bullshit. Y'all, like these people be telling me, bro, no, bro, there's something more. There has to be a bigger thing, bro, because coincidence, I do not. Some things line up too perfectly for it to be I don't know, y'all. But yes, moral of the story is, I say go try to make some friends. Go, you know what? Fuck that. Go make some real friends. Go get a boy, go get a girl, just kick it. Whoever it is, go kick it with them and build them memories and them fun times. And you know, that's how I've been moving. I've always had friends, y'all. So I hope y'all enjoyed this one. Very good question by my boy Ari. Shout out to you, my boy. We gonna definitely come back with some more in my experience. Y'all love him so much. I'm gonna get some gameplay pumped out for y'all. I'm probably gonna do a reaction. I'm probably gonna remove my setup to over here. I might flop it around, because I ain't gonna lie, I don't like it like this, bro. But hope y'all enjoyed this, man. Hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. And
Thanks for watching.